Good afternoon, everyone. It's time for the Turtlecast. It's Friday, 5 p.m. Welcome. Welcome, Michael Weber, Anyway, Dr. Atomic, TFE Archive, Jesse, Tiffin, and Suika. Welcome to the Turtlecast. And we do have some announcements from Bethesda. This time around, I will answer your questions, and I don't know if there is inside the vault itself. As in the announcements from Bethesda, they said that there will be inside the vault later, but I'm pretty sure it's about later this month, not necessary now. So I don't see any. So there is no full article. There's just announcement on Discord that will cover. And of course, after the Turtlecast, as always, we have member hangout. So those of you with those green names, the channel supporters, tune in if you are interested. We'll be hanging out, talking, chatting, and playing Fallout. And yeah, I do play Starfield. If you are looking for Starfield content, as I'm getting questions, if I do play Starfield, I have a second YouTube channel, Angry Turtle Gaming, and I do play Starfield there. Maybe I should, you know what? I should actually give you some link and paste it on this chat. So then it will be more clear that I do have second channel. Let me find the latest upload and just post it. Share. Copy link. That will be the easiest solution. Okay. Move the mic for a moment. I need to type. Starfield channel latest upload is here. And pin it. So this is only for people that are interested in Starfield and playing. I have multiple uploads now. I have ship builds, ship guides, and soon, probably tomorrow, there will be first character build guide, the OP shotgunner build. Imagine what? Shotguns in Starfield are super good. One of the most powerful, if not the most powerful weapons in Starfield are shotguns. What has happened to Bethesda? In Fallout 76, shotguns are, with some exceptions, performing really bad. With some special shotguns, like the only two shotguns that we have in Fallout 76, is the Gauss shotgun that performs quite okay, and there is Cold Shoulder, that is a special scoreboard shotgun, and that's that. There is no more good shotguns to the level of shotguns from Starfield. The worst shotgun it's in Starfield with shotgunner build kills everything on very hard. Imagine that. The worst shotgun can kill everything on very hard. The best shotgun usually kills everything in one shot on very hard. So that's surprising. That's surprising. And I'm comparing those two games, and I will, because Starfield is, for me, Fallout in space. They even have the same legendary effects, just different names. Like Blooded is called Cornered. The same exact effect, less health, more damage. It's Cornered. There is Furious. I forgot what's the name for Furious in Starfield. And there is more effects. There is Sentinel. Oh, Sentinel, surprisingly, it's still called Sentinel. Don't tell Bethesda about shotguns here. They will correct that in Starfield. They will nerf them with next update. They will be like, oh, what? Shotguns are good? Our bad. Alright. Welcome everyone who's joining right now. And now let me cover the announcements from Bethesda first. That's probably important. Some of you are waiting for that. And this is interesting and important topic. So finally we have some answers officially from Bethesda on official channel. Let me just start my Discord. It's being lazy today. Okay, it's starting. All right, let me change the camera for you. Oh, there we go. From Lady Devan, an update on fire damage. Hello, Vault Dwellers. We've seen you about fire and energy damage and wanted to give you an update on what we are doing. Currently, we are undergoing a thorough sweep of fire and energy damage based on your incredible feedback. So they are not saying it's a bug, but they're reviewing the damage. This will include changes to how damage is calculated and balance updates for both enemies and armor. We'll have these changes ready for players to test in our next PTS release in early October, and hope that you will all let us know how things feel. More information on our next public test server will be provided in an Inside the Vault article later this month. So early October, so I was right that Starfield dragged out most of the horsepower from Bethesda across all studios. Otherwise, there is no explanation for August and September PTS being completely missing and we are getting not much updates. They are busy with Starfield, that's the only explanation. Then, lastly, we wanted to address the reports of being unable to craft specific items such as the Union Power Armor and Auto Axe. This is a priority for us, and we have a solution to address this that will be in our next update. There is no date, I'm expecting it's a mid-patch update, so no immediate hotfix. So I would say most likely early October. The midway patch will fix that, so a little bit more of a wait, unfortunately. It's not yet, but they know it and they are fixing it, so that's a good news. Oh, I don't have my stream preview on my phone. Let me fix that. Okay, I have it. And then I've received confirmation from the development team that the above also includes changes to energy damage. I think she edited that, yeah, the energy damage is stated there. So that's not needed anymore. It's energy and fire damage. Definitely not a bug, as they are mentioning thorough sweep of fire energy damage based on your incredible feedback. So they intentionally changed those values. It wasn't a mistake, because they did change values for energy damage for multiple enemies, turrets, and fire damage for multiple enemies in the damage tables in the game files. So that's not happening by mistake. Someone needed to manually type a new damage values for all of those. So they buffed them too much, probably, and now they are investigating what damage is supposed to be based on feedback. So that confirms that it wasn't a mistake, and it was not a bug. As well, data miners are confirming that values have been changed. So that's not something that just happened by itself. Let me jump back to the chat for a moment, and then I will go into Ask the Turtle section. I hope the next Starfield will be Starfield 76. That would be a really fun twist. Even with all the balance issues and stuff like that, imagine that. Like here you can visit other players' camps, but in Starfield, camps are not really my thing, but you can build ships. Imagine meeting with all other players in space to check out each other's ship. Like 8, 10, 20 players meeting in space to show off their ships. That would be cool. I cannot deny that. That would be cool. What game do I enjoy more at the moment? I play both. And honestly, Starfield is a single player. So regardless how much I'm able to enjoy it in the moment, it's definitely not perfect. And the fun will probably eventually run out. While Fallout 76 I play for years, and because it's online, it's continuously updated and fun will not run out. But I do have a lot of fun with finding stuff in Starfield that is either hilarious, or just totally unbalanced, or just really weird glitches, because Starfield is single player, so I have no problem posting and sharing glitches, as whoever wants to use them can. Like, my approach is different for multiplayer games and for single player games. There is, for example, a glitch allowing you to buy everything you want from a vendor. Who am I to say no? There is even a console command in Starfield that is not in Fallout 76, so it's absolutely fine. You just know yourself if you did something a legit way or you cheated your way there. I have my main character that I play without cheating, with exception of one glitch that allow me to buy from vendors pieces that are otherwise perk locked, as I don't like level locking, per locking, and achievement locking inventory in vendors. That's what I don't like. I disagree with that, and I will buy from vendors if I can, against the rules. But I'm not cheating anything else. And now let me answer your questions from Discord. Ask the Turtle section about Fallout 76, so we are heading in there. Angry Turtle Discord, Turtle Army Discord. Ask the Turtle section. And let me find where I stop first. Okay, I think that's somewhere here. Let me change the camera. There we go. I can't stop playing Blooded Commando looking for a new OP build. The Blooded Commando build did not change. The last OP build is still the same OP build. There was no changes to Blooded Commando mechanics. Next. I know you kind of answered the question, but maybe someone can shed some light. The AP cost when using the Alien Blaster is 20. Has this always been the case? Is 20 AP considered a low AP cost? It's average AP cost, but it can be reduced with mods and legendary effect less AP cost. So it doesn't need to be always 20, and you can boost your AP pool to above 400, in which case 20 is about enough to shoot 20 times. So there are workarounds for that. Grandpa Bart, at what level does leveling up stop getting harder? I'm level 787 on my main account, and leveling up is getting very difficult. At level 1000, as Churchill is saying. Level 1000, it doesn't go up anymore, but it's not a big difference between level 800 and 1000, so you can expect similar experience with leveling up from now on forward, just slightly harder. Next, K Angry Turtle. I have been following you for a few months already and I enjoy your videos. Keep up. My question is, Heavy Gunner pair card description says that your non-explosive heavy weapons would do more damage. For example, I'm a blooded build, so it will be better to run a blooded Gatling gun with non-explosive, or I should keep using the blooded Gatling gun with explosive bullet. And the description of the perk is kind of misleading. By non-explosive heavy guns, they mean heavy guns that are not launchers. So it should actually say all heavy guns with exception of launchers. It has nothing to do with explosive effect. You can have explosive effect and it will still work. The correct description should be your heavy guns will do more damage, does not apply to launchers. And that's it. The launchers is a separate category. Launchers are missile launcher, grenade launcher, and basically those. Next, I got the cryo freezer, and upon reading the description of how it works, does it mean that food doesn't get spoiled ever? Yes, that's what that means. Although there is, I think, a bug when you are changing servers, the spoil bar will progress a little tiny bit. So after a lot of server hopping, it is possible that something will spoil. But if you play normally and you join server once a day or so, the food will probably last for a year, if not longer. As explained here, first few seconds you load into the world, it won't be active, so it will spoil a bit every time you join a world. Just before your freezer loads into the world, for some reason the food loads first, and then freezer load, so there is a little bit of a moment when it's spoiling, but it's so short that you should be fine unless you are server hopping all day. Papivella. Hi Turtle. Do you know when the problem with Union Power Armor will be fixed? I keep going to Giuseppe at Y-Spring, but he doesn't have the plans I need. And as we already checked, answer is on the official Bethesda Discord, will be fixed with the next patch, but the date is not yet known, most likely early next month. Next, can you stack Blackberry Honeycrisp with Company Tea? If not, which one is better? Company Tea is better, you cannot stack it. Anyone seen the new Blue Devil monsters? They scream at you like air. Yes, we did see them. That's from the update, the Blue Moon, once in a Blue Moon. This update was when? Almost half a year ago now. Yeah, so we did see Blue Devil. Space chat. Oh my G, Turtle, go to sleep. I'm getting a new video ping every 5 minutes. I cannot go to sleep. I will sleep later. King Crimson. He's in England. It's the middle of the afternoon for him, and also this is his full-time job. Okay, that's the answer to the previous one. Thank you for answering questions for me. Soul Catcher. As I'm a melee build player with low health and run on power armor, and since melee is not focused on intelligence, is there a way to boost the experience in melee? Yes, you still use the same boosters to boost your intelligence, even though it doesn't give you damage. Intelligence boosters give you experience, as well as direct experience boosters will still work, so you can absolutely boost it by quite a lot. If you check my experience guide, just follow all the steps the same. The only difference, you will not have unyielding armor and starting intelligence bonus, so you will not hit as high of a experience numbers, but you will still hit high. So it's absolutely possible. The same buffs apply. Just use them all, if you can. And back to you in the chat. Oh, Molly tried Starfield and back to 76. You can do that, yes. Starfield is definitely RPG for a specific type of gamer. I don't know what that means, but RPG elements, I mean, not the character creation. This is bad, generally, comparing to other games. You can make your characters, but so little options. This is bad part. But what is good are dialogues, quests, and different outcomes. It's absolutely not linear. You can make a lot of different choices and a lot of random fun encounters. We just have one on last Twitch livestream just before the Turtlecast started, and there was like a random ship with tourists asking you questions, and this was so funny. I cannot repeat it, but it was so funny. Yeah, I wish Starfield would have some kind of multiplayer. But it does not. Starfield is the typical single-player experience. And co-op, maybe they could do at some point in the future, but PvP will definitely not work. The systems are even more broken than in Fallout, so PvP would be absolutely worse than in Fallout. They would need to do absolutely a new game. I'm not sure if Bethesda can do game balance enough to have a good PvP experience. I doubt the creation engine can handle that. They tried in Fallout, and with Nuclear Winter the main problem was cheating was too easy. Because it's moddable engine, so imagine how easy it is to cheat if you can mod your game. It's too easy. PvP 2.0 video, but PvP is so bad. I could, but what can you kill now with? Melee only? I don't know if anything else can kill a PvPer than melee. And now you can no longer sprint with melee, so it's like so bad. Taking away sprinting with auto access is like another nail in the coffin of PvP. Recommended rolls for full health heavy gunner power armor build. For power armor it will be overeaters. It's always overeaters. Then for your weapon it will be aristocrats or anti-armor. Those will be the recommended rolls to start with. Then on the second star you can go with faster fire rate or explosive. For a second star on armor you can have fire resistance, maybe some AP refresh, and third star I like weapon weight reduction honestly the most. Yeah, they need to fix a lot of Fallout 76 glitches to make PvP work. I don't know if that's on the table though. Sean is saying, I will play Fallout 76 until the day they pry the controller out of my cold dead hands. Wow, good one, Sean. Oh, wow. Limb damage for a second star, pretty good. I mean, you can cripple effectively without it. The limb damage is not extra damage when you target limb. The limb damage is faster crippling, in other words. So that should be described as faster crippling. And you can have perk for that if you really want to achieve that. I'm not a big fan of limb damage on weapons. With exception if I have a shotgun that I want to use to cripple Scorchbeast Queen. Can make it even faster. So basically 1 to 2 shots and wing crippled. PvP still fun. Yeah, assuming you will have someone to PvP with that will follow some basic rules, it is fun, yeah. If not, it's not so fun. And the problem with changing the build, I have PvP builds saved, but swapping to PvP when you are carrying so much stuff in adventure mode, it is not easy by no means. It takes some effort to swap. You cannot swap on the fly unless you are always ready for PvP. You like extra cripple effect when you are bored. Yeah, that's okay then. I like shotguns for that. If I want to cripple everything, I grab my Peppa Shaker with single barrel mode, so that 16 projectiles per shot, and add on top of that Enforcer, every shot is crippling all the limbs in the same time. Like total crippling on the enemy. Full spread, shotgun, fire, every part is crippled. It's fun blowing up robots this way. You basically cripple both arms and robots blew themselves off. You don't need to kill them, they will kill themselves, you just need to cripple arms. Is it possible to put stuff into that new cryo freezer after Fallout first expires? Yes, it should be. Oh, you think it works like... It shouldn't work like ammo box. It's still using your stash box space, so it should work. As it does use your stash box space. It's not a separate storage. It just prevents the spoilage. It's like other Fallout first items. After it expires, and you grab them when they were as a Fallout first free item, you can still have them and use them, but you cannot use features like tent, scrap box, ammo box. Those are disabled. Any hope for reflex melee while blocking legendary effect? The only hope that was used in PvP to reflect damage back on the attacker that was attacking you with melee, and then he was killing himself. So that was the use case, but I don't know about other use cases. I don't see the reason that freezer would not be usable. If it doesn't work when it expires, then let me know. I will not be able to test that. My Fallout First is on yearly subscription. Hello there, Ian Drake. How are you doing? How are you enjoying the latest Atom Shop items? I think that bundles are getting more and more expensive. Even though there is some cool stuff, they're getting more and more expensive. Like this last little hat for a camp with couple skins, 1800 atoms. That's a lot. Enclave Flamer or Slugbuster? Oh, depend for what. I would use Slugbuster for fun with high range projectiles. With this special mod combo with Pulse Capacitor and the Flamer. Slugbuster is really good for that. And Enclave Plasma cannot do it. New content for 76? We'll wait a little bit. The PTS is starting next month. So if PTS is starting next month, so what we are looking at timeline. This season started at the end of August, so September, October, November. So I'm betting December. The next season should be December or late November. And that's when some new content will appear. I don't know what. Still most likely not Atlantic City. Atlantic City is next year. So update early spring. I would put Atlantic City on the timeline. Early spring. I have no idea what's with this update. There is no info so far. So I'm a little bit afraid that maybe just a new season. That would be a little bit disappointing. Maybe something more. As rebalancing of the damage and new season only, that would be very little. They already did balance of some of the damage sources and it didn't work out very well. So doing it again, next update, what then? Every update just rebalance of the damage? That's not right. You wonder if killing a boss is possible with enough reflect effects. It is not. Bosses are absolutely dead, insane bullet sponges. They do very low damage compared to the amount of health they have. If you would put two Air Williams next to each other and they will fight each other, no one will win. The timer will run out. The 30-minute timer will run out before one air will be able to damage other air enough. So that's how little damage those bosses have. So reflecting this damage, when you cannot reflect a full damage, it will take forever. You don't have as much time in boss fight. Better customization for avatars, that would be cool. But I don't know if that's happening anytime soon. As there is a problem with custom avatars. Someone would need to approve them all. So you know what people do if you can have a custom avatar. There will be very inappropriate messages, pictures, and so on those avatars, and people will try to sneak them in. That's why we don't have such a thing. And I'm not saying everyone does that, but that's enough. If there is a small group of people that want to troll this way, such a feature cannot be added. Even if the whole community is almost perfect, but there will be a bunch of people that want to troll the system. That's enough, because Bethesda will be responsible for those avatars, even if someone else posted them. At least in some countries, they will be responsible for those avatars, so they cannot allow it without a review. And then they need a manpower to check every single uploaded avatar that someone wants to place, as AI cannot do it well. Getting stuck outside of power armor, that's a problem that persists. I don't know if they know how to fix it. Similar situation with my friend list. It's bugged. They know it's bugged, but they don't know why it's bugged, and they don't know how to fix it. Oh, they had custom avatars in Black Ops 3. And it didn't work out very well. Yeah, that's what usually happens. Bloody 25 fixer or quad 25-25? Quad 25-25. Normal ammo capacity on the fixer is 20. So going from 20 to 80 is amazing DPS improvement. It's like double the DPS. When bloodied is additive 80% with all the commando bonuses you already have, that's like 20% actual damage increase. So quad is superior. Unless you are purely going for ammo saving and everyday farming, then bloodied will save you some ammo. But if you are after DPS, always quad 25-25 or 50-25. Yeah, that friend list is broken now for over a year. And as Chris is saying, the best way to reduce your risk of bugging out the power armor is make sure that fusion core is inserted before you try to enter it. If there is no fusion core, use the transfer menu first, manually insert the core, like you would add from ammo tab to the power armor, and then enter it. Never try to enter power armor frame without a core. That reduces the risk. It doesn't completely remove it. Still can happen sometimes, but it's less often. Kate is saying at this point fixing Turtles friendless will be in the patch notes if it ever happens. Who knows? They could troll me with a patch note about it. Okay, I think I answered all the questions. And there was not too many news. We covered the news about the next patch, all the updates from the Bethesda. So we'll be heading now to member hangout. So that's just a 30-minute Turtlecast this time around. I bet when they will be done with Starfield fixes, I don't know how long it will take, then they will be back more attention on Fallout 76. At this moment, Starfield, whatever you say, it's a huge game. It's not 10 out of 10 game, unfortunately, as some people claimed. There is a lot that would need to be fixed to call it 10 of 10. But better start than Fallout 76 had, so that's some success. Not as buggy as Fallout 76 was. So that's some kind of a success for such a huge game. And that being said, I will be heading now to Members Hangout. So see you there, members, and everyone else, see you tomorrow. Saturday evening, we are playing more Fallout 76. See you there. Bye.